of the news. Thank you. I'm Sondra Roden. That was the story.
The internationally acclaimed On Stage with Winford Williams.
At a new time, Saturdays at 8 p.m. on CVM TV.
So much more than entertainment.
Thanks so much for joining us for CVM News at noon for Wednesday, July 30, 2025. I am Carolyn Brown. In a major development, the Jamaica Constabulary Force, the JCF, is reporting one of its own, a police constable, has been taken into custody following an intelligence-driven operation in Florence Hill, St. Andrew. The operation, carried out on Tuesday, led to the seizure of 2 prohibited firearms during the targeted raid on a premises. The officer's identity has been confirmed, however, it has been withheld pending further investigations. According to the JCF, credible intelligence suggested the constable was involved in the illegal vending of guns. His arrest, the force says, marks a significant breakthrough in its offensive against the illegal gun trade. In a strong statement, the High Command reaffirms there is no place in the organization for anyone who betrays the public's trust, especially by engaging in criminal activity. It further emphasizes all members of the force, regardless of rank or affiliation, will be held accountable, and the JCF remains committed to rooting out corruption and criminality from within its own ranks. As investigations continue, the public is being assured more information will be released. And a high alert has been issued for 12-year-old Deandra Mitchell of Church Street in Christiana in Manchester, who has been missing since Monday, July 28. Deandra is of dark complexion, slim build, and is approximately 154 centimeters or 5 feet 1 inch tall. Reports from the Christiana police indicate she was last seen at home around 6 p.m. dressed in a pink blouse, black joggers, and pink Crocs. An urgent appeal is now being made for the public to assist, and therefore, if anyone has information on the whereabouts of Deandra Mitchell, please contact the Christiana Police at 876-964-2250, the Police 119 emergency number, or the nearest police station. The Prime Minister is expressing confidence in his administration's work over the past 9 years. As he hints to his supporters, the election date may be coming soon.
It is by now very clear that very soon there will be an election. As leader of the Jamaica Labour Party, that is now the government of this country, that has done so much work. We are the first government that can campaign on achievements.
Educational reform is once again the proverbial talk of the town. Opposition spokesman on education Damon Crawford proposed an extension of school hours, which is being met with perceived disdain. Speaking on CVM's lead story, President of the Jamaica Teachers Association, Mark Smith, details why the association is not supportive of the idea.
The teachers must not be disenfranchised, and the teachers should not feel in any way that they are being burdened. The teachers must feel comfortable to wake up tomorrow morning, on September morning, to go out and to teach our children, knowing that they have the support of all involved.
And also speaking on CVM's lead story, President of the National Parent Teachers Association, Stuart Jacobs, added his input, saying while increased interest in education by politicians is a progressive move, it should not be a burden to teachers.
Categorically against any attempt to mandate the expansion of the working hours for teachers. That is not something that we're open to negotiate. I fundamentally believe that the Ministry of Education really should operate from a policy perspective, and they should be more focused on structural reform, funding.
The Ministry of Legal and Constitutional Affairs recently launched the Jamaica Legal Information Portal, the JLIP, comprehensive digital platform designed to give citizens easy access to Jamaica's laws and legal resources. The ministry says the initiative aims to promote transparency, legal awareness and public engagements by centralizing vital legal information in a user-friendly online format. Now, Mr. Robertson says this is revolutionary as this will add value to the lives of Jamaicans. It's important to know your rights, and this digital platform is user-friendly with the assistance of AI.
This one-stop shop for all the laws, we believe, is intended to inform the public, to educate them, and to allow for interaction with the public, because they'll also be able to query the status of a law and also to participate in the process.
Public safety development and appreciation for civil servants took the spotlight at the Jamaica Labour Party's St. Andrew North Western constituency meeting. Senior members of the party urged unity and accountability while outlining ongoing government initiatives. Zoe Grant reports.
A strong message from Member of Parliament for St. Andrew East Rural, Juliet Holness, to both law-abiding citizens and wrongdoers at a recent constituency meeting in Northwest St. Andrew recently. Holness was quick to address mounting concerns by some residents who say, having already served time behind bars, they are still being harassed by the police. She reassured those individuals they are not being targeted.
When a couple of my brethren them from inside the constituency say, Lord, boss lady, I did go prison one time and I served my time and I'm decent now, but every day the police hunting me. I can say to them, though the police know where to find every single person who is involved in crime, if you not do nothing, you're not to worry about them. And that is a fact. No desire is there to hunt people who are not doing anything wrong.
Also addressing residents was MP for St. Andrew West Rural, Juliet Cuthbert Flynn, who pointed to development works underway in parts of St. Andrew.
In the Mount James, Mount Prospect area, we are upgrading pipelines in that area for at least 3 kilometers.
Senator Kavan Gale highlighted the role of public sector workers in driving national progress.
I want to play a special recognition to a group of workers that we have to continue to salute. The public sector workers in this country.
He added that the government has made significant efforts to recognize and reward those workers.
It started in 2018 when we created the pension reform so that more public sector workers could benefit from retirement.
Zogrand reporting for CVM News.
Now, there are renewed calls for more Jamaicans to roll up their sleeves and take part in the 2025 International Coastal Cleanup Day, set for September 20. While cleanup efforts happen yearly, there are growing concerns about just how dirty Jamaica's coastlines have become. Amoy Harriet tells us more.
From here, a scenic view of the white sands and turquoise waters, Jamaica's prized possession. But up close, a messier truth is washing ashore. Lines of garbage, and they're decorating miles of Jamaica's coastline. Now, data shows that Jamaica's shores continue to be heavily impacted by pollution.
I think we have a long way to go.
Dr. Theresa Rodriguez Moody is CEO of the Jamaica Environment Trust, JET. It's for reasons like these, the organization, with the government support, will be coordinating its annual International Coastal Cleanup Project, which is set for September 20.
We have over 170 cleanups scheduled across the island, all our parishes, and we have our main cleanup, which will take place at the Palisados go-kart track.
In last year's cleanup, over 60,000 pounds of garbage were pulled from beaches, with plastic waste topping that list. Notably, the government introduced a ban on single-use plastic, with the first phase of the ban taking effect in 2019 and the final phase being enacted as recent as this month. Yet,
we're still seeing a lot of garbage and of course mixed with plastic. Right? But in terms of the plastic and the single-use plastic material that have been banned, we're noting that these have been significantly less based on the data. But yes, we still see a lot of plastics, especially at those locations that are close to major gullies and streams and of course rivers.
But the relief from the cleanup is short-lived. In some areas, the garbage returns mere days after. Anthony McKenzie is Director of Environmental Management and Conservation at the National Environment and Planning Agency, NEPA.
The day is important and significant because it sends a message, it sensitizes persons, both people who participate and the general public who would be participating by seeing what's happening. It builds awareness. It helps, but unfortunately, in some instances, in just a few days, the particular beach stretch again becomes polluted with garbage.
It's not a solution. It is not the solution to our big solid waste management problems that we have here in Jamaica, but it does help. And that's why you can't do it alone. And that's why education, public education is important. Providing the adequate infrastructure is important. So we're not just saying providing the bins, but providing the trucks to collect. Because sometimes, you know, the thing is, the important part about education also is that people tend to think that, well, I've thrown it away. It's not in my space anymore, but away is a place. And oftentimes away tends to be the gully, the beaches.
To date, JET has registered 104 sites across Jamaica to be cleaned. Amoy Harriet, CVM News.
In recent times, we've been hearing of people being deported from the United States to countries like Jamaica. But very often, the intricate details are missing in a series Unlawfully Deported. I try to get the raw truth from individuals affected.
The system right now in terms of deportation is so muddled and not really organized because it is a numbers game right now. You know, getting as many people deported as possible, and so people who shouldn't even get, you know, have gotten caught up in it.
I came with nothing, just the clothes on my back, my property that I went to jail with. Big yellow envelope, chain, mesh red bag, clothes on my back, and my cell phone.
As much as we have been able to put all of this together for individuals to know how they can go about getting their IDs, etc., and this is something that we created so that it can help them, it's of no use to him because he's still not a citizen.
Well, my name is Jermaine Amani Thomas, and I had some charges trumped up on me back in Killeen, Texas, for criminal trespassing, which led to me being detained in Bell County Jail, and then from there, immigration detainer, ICE warrant, a hold was placed on me, and I was taken to a Conroe immigration facility, and from there I was illegally trafficked or kidnapped, deported, should you say, to here, Jamaica, without any travel documents. I've been here going on a little bit over 2 months now.
What nationality are you?
I'm a U.S. citizen born abroad. I was born in Frankfurt, Germany, 97 General Hospital. My dad was in the U.S. Army. He served for 18 years and 10 months.
What traced you to Jamaica, I'm wondering?
My father was born here, but he naturalized and became a United States citizen in 1984, 2 years before I was born.
What about your mom?
She's from Kenya. She was born in Kenya. I don't know why they didn't choose her country.
Misunderstandings about citizenship, the trauma from separations, and much more to come directly from individuals unlawfully deported.
It doesn't matter the color, it doesn't matter the size, we all need justice.
Stay with us, we'll continue with our interview segment right after this.
Attention registered voters! Remember to collect your renewed voter ID card before the upcoming general election. If you registered to vote in 2016 or after and did not get your new ID card, it may have been automatically renewed. Simply visit your EOJ constituency office to collect your voter ID card. Contact the Electoral Office of Jamaica at 888-991-VOTE or 922-0425-9 for more information.
The time by Subaru is 12:15. Hey Jerry, what's up?
I really think you should look into adding Island Next Unlimited Internet as a reliable backup for your home and office. We can come over and we'll talk more.
How fast can you get?
That fast.
But how fast is Island Next broadband? Faster than people business fast?
Nope.
Faster than prayer fast?
Nope.
How about fiber fast?
But not that kind of fiber. They use fast broadband to provide reliability.
Experience the lightning fast wireless broadband and reliable business services.
The Bureau of Standards Jamaica is your conformance testing partner with over 54 years of serving Jamaican businesses. Our world-class lab testing services ensure the safety of your food and commodities that you take to market. We are positioned as a business enabler, driving business development, competitiveness, trade, and ensuring consumer safety. We have 5 times the capacity to test over other local labs, plus 10 labs with accredited tests and calibration. We set the standard that promotes safety to consumers in a number of industries, including food processing, agriculture, and construction, having tested over 57,000 products on average annually and growing.
Hi, my name is Velton Gooden, and I'm the Executive Director of the Bureau of Standards. Let us take your products from lab to market.
Welcome back. Thanks so much for staying with us. British consulting firm Henley & Partners, with data from the International Air Transport Association, has published its passport rankings for 2025, which reveal only 2 CARICOM countries currently allow Haitians to enter their territories without visas. And those 2 countries are Grenada and Montserrat. And they're among 15 countries globally who allow visa-free access to Haitians, 5 less than what obtained last year. So, should there be more CARICOM countries on that list? Joining us to share her views on the subject is international human rights lawyer and founder of Freedom Imaginaries, Melanie Elaine. Thanks so much for joining us, Ms. Elaine.
Good morning, thanks for having me.
First up, should Jamaica join these 2 CARICOM countries?
Well, I think that's perhaps a moral and a legal question. From a legal perspective, there is a treaty that governs that question, which is the revised Treaty of Chaguaramas, as well as the decisions that would have been taken by the heads of government conferences, in which they articulate a principle of freedom of movement, which has been interpreted as a right of hassle-free entry for CARICOM nationals and a period of stay in CARICOM member states. And so if you're asking from a legal perspective, that is what the regional legal framework provides for freedom of movement. And so an important question is, why and through what mechanism are Haitians being excluded from that framework? And then from a moral perspective, I would reiterate the ideas articulated by Mia Motley, who spoke about, a feeling of solidarity across CARICOM, and that the moment is now more than ever for that principle of solidarity to advance. And so a question would be, can we speak about solidarity if at Haiti's darkest hour, we are excluding them not only from this idea of the sense of belonging to which they're entitled in CARICOM, but of protections under the law, whether it's the regional treaty or even our own constitution.
Therefore, then, given Haiti's ongoing crisis, do you think Jamaica and other CARICOM states have a moral or even, the legal obligation to do more?
Absolutely. That legal obligation is so crystal clear. It is an obligation set out in the Refugee Convention, which says that you cannot return persons to a place where they may face persecution. And so one of the requirements